Lakers fans, buckle up, because what I'm about to share will leave you stunned. The purple and gold faithful know exactly how fragile the balance of hope and heartbreak can be. And during EuroBasket, that balance nearly collapsed in an instant. Luka Doncic, the man many already call the cornerstone of the Lakers' future, hit the hardwood after a brutal collision, and for that one split second, every heartbeat in Los Angeles stopped. Social media went into meltdown, reporters scrambled for updates, and the only question anyone cared about was simple: how bad was it? Could Luka be sidelined before the season even begins? Were the Lakers' championship dreams already crumbling before opening night? Rewind to that terrifying moment. Luka drops to the ground, clutching himself in pain, the entire arena in Europe falling into eerie silence. Fans thousands of miles away in California instantly feared the worst. Because when your entire franchise has invested its future in a generational talent like Doncic, every bump, every limp, every second he spends on the floor feels like life or death. But here's where everything flipped. Just minutes later, Luka rose, walked back onto the court, and to the amazement of everyone watching, resumed play like nothing had happened. What looked like a devastating setback turned out to be no more than a fleeting scare. Still behind the scenes, that brief scare sent a wave of panic straight into the Lakers' front office. Rob Pelinka, the man tasked with navigating this high-pressure ship, admitted that when Luka went down, his stomach dropped just like every other fan's. But afterward, when calm was restored, Pelinka made it clear where the organization stands. His message was strikingly confident. He explained that the Lakers are not worried in the slightest, because their partnership with Slovenia has been built on collaboration and trust. Pelinka highlighted how Los Angeles even embedded one of its own coaches, Greg St. Jean, within Slovenia's national team staff to ensure Luka is supported and protected. In Pelinka's own words, zero concerns, zero problems. That statement wasn't just about injury, it was about philosophy. The Lakers aren't resisting Doncic's international commitments. They're embracing them. Think about what that really means. So many franchises cringe when their stars play overseas. They try to pull strings to reduce minutes, discourage participation, or even block appearances altogether. But not the Lakers. Not with Luka. They are sending their own people, backing him up, showing faith in his passion for country. It's not just tolerance, it's belief. They understand that for Doncic, wearing Slovenia's colors isn't optional. It's part of his soul. Representing his homeland is about pride, about history, about legacy. Pelinka and the Lakers know that stifling that drive would only backfire. A motivated Luka Doncic is unstoppable, and giving him the freedom to represent his country only fuels that motivation. Of course, risk is always there. Injuries can happen at any moment. They don't discriminate between NBA arenas and international courts. They can even happen in practice, in training, or on a random off day. That's why the Lakers' approach makes sense. Rather than living in fear, they're leaning into Luka's passion. It's the smarter gamble. And there's another hidden benefit. For years, Luka has faced criticism about his conditioning. Whispers that he wasn't always in top form when entering the NBA season. By grinding through international competition, he's sharpening his body, testing his endurance, and arriving in Los Angeles in peak rhythm. What was once viewed as a risk is now doubling as preparation. The Lakers are depending on him more than ever. At 40, LeBron James is still defying time, but the future is clear. Los Angeles is beginning to lean on Luka Doncic as the new face of the franchise. He is the present and the future, the player expected to carry the load, command the offense, and write the next chapter in Lakers history. The passing of the torch isn't just speculation, it's reality. This is the same Luka who hauled the Dallas Mavericks to the NBA Finals back in 2024, almost single-handedly. The same player who has rewritten record books, who has proven beyond doubt that he can shoulder a franchise's hopes. Now, with an off-season of integration into the Lakers system, backed by a front office that fully supports him, he is poised for the most dominant stretch of his career. Look at his numbers since landing in Los Angeles. Nearly 28 points per game, close to 8 rebounds, and around 8 assists. These are MVP-caliber statistics, but the organization believes there's another gear he hasn't even reached yet. With chemistry growing around him and the Lakers tailoring their system to his strengths, the ceiling is astronomical. So, take a deep breath, Lakers Nation. That scary fall during EuroBasket is behind us. Luka is fine, Pelinka is steady, and the Lakers are sending a crystal-clear message. They trust Luka Doncic to lead them into a new era. But while the franchise invests in its future star, storm clouds are forming elsewhere. Rumors are swirling, with increasing volume, all pointing at one name: LeBron James. The idea that the king, the face of the NBA for over 2 decades, could actually request a trade has become one of the league's most talked-about storylines. Think about it. After everything LeBron has accomplished in Los Angeles, winning a title, cementing his legacy, there are whispers that he may be preparing to walk away. Some insiders even rank him among the top candidates, alongside Zion Williamson and Giannis Antetokounmpo, as stars most likely to demand a move this season. That's how serious the speculation has become. The Lakers' front office isn't standing still either. Reports suggest they've been quietly assessing their options, evaluating potential trade chips that could completely reshape the roster. These aren't just routine check-ins. They could be the first steps toward another seismic shift in the league. One insider has already gone on record predicting whether the Lakers will pull the trigger before the offseason wraps up. Moves of this magnitude could alter the balance of power across the NBA, and everyone knows the Lakers are never afraid of shaking things up. In the middle of all this uncertainty, Charles Barkley decided to make his voice heard, as he always does. Never one to sugarcoat his opinions, Barkley delivered a blunt assessment directed straight at LeBron James. He questioned the Lakers' recent playoff disappointments, cast doubt on whether they're equipped to contend as currently constructed, and pointed out something many have been whispering, that this team may already be transitioning from LeBron's Lakers to Luka's Lakers. Barkley suggested outright that the franchise might be pivoting away from James as the centerpiece, and instead focusing on Doncic as the long-term leader. Coming from a Hall of Famer known for cutting through the noise, those words hit hard, and then things got even stranger. Out of nowhere, Doncic was spotted in Poland, holding up a Górnik Zabrze jersey, and alongside him were members of the Lakers organization. The sight set off a flurry of speculation. Was this just a friendly photo op before EuroBasket? Or could it signal that the Lakers are quietly building deeper relationships abroad, perhaps laying groundwork for something larger? Fans, already anxious about the offseason, couldn't help but read into it. Meanwhile, the Lakers have decisions to make with the roster they already have. Gabe Vincent and Maxi Kleber are expected to be given genuine opportunities to prove their worth in training camp. The plan, for now, is to ride into the season with the current group intact, hoping chemistry develops before any drastic front office decisions are made. But the gamble is obvious. If things don't work quickly, changes will be unavoidable. Big changes. Which brings us to one of the most intriguing possibilities of all, a trade centered around Austin Reaves. Yes, Reaves, the undrafted guard who has blossomed into a fan favorite and one of the Lakers' most reliable contributors. A trade framework suggested by Bleacher Report's Charles Barkley proposed that Los Angeles send Reaves along with a 2031 first-round pick to Dallas in exchange for young big man Derek Lively II and veteran forward Caleb Martin. On paper, it's a relatively simple deal, but peel back the layers and the implications are enormous. Reaves has been nothing short of outstanding for the Lakers. Last season, he averaged just over 20 points, nearly 6 assists, and around 5 rebounds per game, with remarkable shooting efficiency, 46% from the field, 38% from deep, nearly 88% at the line. Those aren't just solid numbers. Those are the kind of numbers that push a player into all-star consideration. He was the third leading scorer for Los Angeles, trailing only Doncic and LeBron. His rise from undrafted rookie to trusted starter has made him a symbol of resilience for the franchise. Trading him wouldn't just be a basketball decision, it would be an emotional one. But there's logic in exploring the idea. Reaves' contract includes a player option for 2026 that he's almost certain to decline in search of a bigger payday. The Lakers must ask themselves whether they want to commit significant money to him long-term, or whether they'd rather flip him for assets now. That's where Lively and Martin come into play. Lively has already shown glimpses of being a defensive anchor, with his size and athleticism giving him the potential to dominate the paint for years. Pairing him with Doncic again, after the two built chemistry in Dallas, could be invaluable. Martin, meanwhile, has proven himself as a gritty, playoff-tested wing capable of delivering in high-pressure moments. From Dallas's perspective, acquiring Reaves would make sense as well.